You know what the most dangerous thing in the world is? A person who stops learning. A person who thinks they already know enough. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing, you become replaceable, irrelevant, forgotten. So listen up, because today we're going to talk about your greatest power, your mind. And why you must educate yourself every single day. Imagine this, two people start at the same point in life. One decides they know enough and stays the same. The other reads, learns, listens, grows every single day. 5 years later, one is stuck and the other is unstoppable. Who do you want to be? Education isn't about degrees, it's about curiosity. It's about waking up every morning and saying, what can I learn today that will make me better than I was yesterday? The world you live in today is not the same world you were born into. It's not even the same world it was 5 years ago. Every second something is changing. Technology is advancing, industries are evolving, and new ideas are replacing old ones. The question is, are you changing with it? Or are you stuck in the past, holding on to outdated knowledge while the world moves ahead without you? Think about the phone in your pocket. 10 years ago, you wouldn't believe the things it can do today. Imagine if someone still carried a flip phone and refused to upgrade, saying, this is enough for me. What would happen? They'd miss out. They'd be disconnected. They'd struggle to keep up with a world that has already moved on. That's exactly what happens when you stop educating yourself. You become outdated, you become irrelevant. You become stuck in a version of yourself that no longer fits in this world. Look at the most successful people in any field. Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett. What do they all have in common? They never stop learning. Warren Buffett still reads 500 pages a day. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science. Oprah constantly seeks new knowledge to improve herself and the world around her. These people understand something most don't. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start dying. And it's not just about reading books. Education is everywhere. It's in the conversations you have, the experiences you go through, and the lessons hidden in your failures. The most powerful minds in the world don't just learn from success. They learn from every single thing that happens to them. Imagine two people start working at the same job on the same day. One of them comes in, does what they're told and goes home. The other, they ask questions. They study. They watch how the top performers work. They improve themselves every day. 5 years later, one is still stuck in the same position, complaining about why life isn't fair. The other, a leader, a decision maker, someone who is irreplaceable. This is why you must evolve. You must outgrow who you were yesterday. People who refuse to grow will always struggle. They will always wonder why they aren't getting ahead, while the world rewards those who are willing to adapt. Take a moment and think about the people around you. Some of them are still talking about the same things they talked about 5 years ago. They haven't changed. Their conversations are the same. Their mindset is the same. And where are they now? Exactly where they were before. Because they refuse to learn. They refuse to upgrade themselves. Now think about yourself. Do you want to be the person who stays the same, who watches opportunities pass by because they weren't prepared? Or do you want to be the one who grows so much that people don't even recognize you anymore? The one who leaves behind the old version of themselves and steps into something greater? There is no excuse in today's world to stay the same. The internet has given you access to unlimited knowledge. You can learn anything, anytime, anywhere. You can listen to podcasts on the way to work. You can take courses from the world's greatest minds without leaving your house. You can find answers to any question with a simple search. But most people won't do it. Most people will waste hours scrolling, watching nonsense, filling their minds with distractions instead of power. And then they'll wonder why they feel lost, why they feel stuck, why they feel like life isn't going anywhere. You have a choice every single day. To be better or to be the same. To grow or to stay stuck. To evolve or to fall behind. The world isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's moving forward with or without you. The only question is, are you moving with it? Or are you watching from the sidelines, wondering why everyone else is passing you by? Every master you admire today was once a complete beginner. Every genius, every leader, every innovator, at some point they knew nothing about the thing they are now known for. But the difference between them and everyone else? They didn't let that stop them. They didn't let their lack of knowledge define their potential. They chose to start. They chose to be uncomfortable. They chose to grow. Think about the greatest athletes in the world. Do you think Michael Jordan was born with a basketball in his hand? No. He was cut from his high school team. Imagine if he had let that failure define him. Imagine if he had told himself, maybe I'm just not good enough. The world would have never witnessed his greatness. Instead, he practiced harder than anyone. He studied the game. He made sure that when the next opportunity came, he wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. That's how every expert is made. They start from zero, they fail, they struggle, but they don't quit. Because they know that every mistake, every setback, every challenge is just another step toward mastery. You might look at someone successful today and think, wow, they make it look so easy. But what you don't see is the years of failure behind that success. The nights they stayed up learning, the times they doubted themselves but kept going anyway. Steve Jobs didn't start as the genius behind Apple. He was just a guy in a garage with an idea. Oprah Winfrey didn't start as a media mogul. She was a young girl from a poor background, facing rejection after rejection. J.K. Rowling wasn't always the author of a billion-dollar book series. She was a struggling single mother, rejected by 12 publishers before someone finally took a chance on her. And the same applies to you. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever skill you dream of mastering, it all starts with a decision to begin, no matter how bad you are at first. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall over and over again. But do they ever stop trying? No. Because they don't understand failure. They don't know what it means to quit. They just know one thing. Keep going. Now, imagine if adults had that same mindset. Imagine if people stopped saying, I'm not good at this, and instead said, I'm not good at this yet. That one word changes everything. Because when you say yet, you acknowledge that growth is possible. You acknowledge that today's failure doesn't define tomorrow's success. Take driving, for example. The first time you sat behind the wheel, it felt impossible. Too many things to control at once. Your hands were sweating, your mind was racing, but over time, with practice, something changed. You got better. You stopped overthinking. And now you drive without even realizing how much skill it takes. That's how learning works. That's how expertise is built. Through repetition, through patience, through pushing past the discomfort of being a beginner. Most people never achieve their dreams, not because they lack talent, but because they lack patience. They expect to be great overnight. They try something once, struggle, and then say, I guess I'm just not meant for this. But the truth is, every great thing takes time. The guitarist who plays effortlessly once struggled to switch chords. The speaker who captivates an audience once stumbled over their words. The doctor who saves lives once had no idea what they were doing in their first year of medical school. The only difference between them and the ones who never make it, they didn't stop at being bad. They kept going until they became good. Then they kept going until they became great. And now it's your turn. Whatever you want to do, whatever skill you want to master, start today. Be willing to be bad at it. Be willing to struggle. Because that struggle, that's the beginning of something powerful. That's the beginning of the expert you are meant to become. Education is not just about books, exams, and degrees. It's not limited to a classroom or confined to the four walls of a school. Education is life itself. It is in every experience, every failure, every success, every conversation, and every challenge you face. The real lessons are not written in textbooks. They are lived. They are felt. They shape you in ways no diploma ever can. Look around. The most powerful, successful, and influential people in the world didn't just learn from books, they learned from life. They learned from the streets, from rejection, from heartbreak, from losing everything and starting again. They learned from people who doubted them, from moments of struggle when they had no choice but to rise. Think about a child who learns to walk. No book teaches them how to balance, how to take that first step, how to get up after every fall. They learn by doing. They fall, they try again, and they keep moving forward because that is the only way. Now think about your own life. How much have you learned outside of school? Think about the first time you had to manage your own money. No class could fully prepare you for the realization of how fast money disappears when you're not careful. Think about the first time you failed at something you really wanted, maybe a job, a relationship, an opportunity. No professor could have taught you the depth of that pain or the strength it took to get back up. Some of the smartest people in the world never finished school, but they never stopped learning. Steve Jobs dropped out of college, yet he built Apple. Richard Branson struggled with dyslexia, yet he created Virgin Group. These people understood that true education isn't about memorizing facts. It's about understanding how the world works, how people think, how opportunities are created. Education is in the small, everyday lessons that most people ignore. It's in the way you handle an argument with a friend. Do you react with anger, or do you listen and learn how to communicate better? It's in the way you deal with failure. Do you break down and give up, or do you analyze what went wrong and come back stronger? It's in the way you treat people who can do nothing for you. Do you show kindness, or do you only respect those in power? Life is a classroom with no walls, no fixed syllabus, no final exam, except the one you give yourself. Every day you are either growing or staying the same. Every experience is either teaching you something or breaking you down, and the choice of how you take it is yours.